Hello and welcome to DCP SideQuest episode number 135. The oh my god, is it Elden Ring again edition?
Oh my god, when will they shut up edition?
It's been a month. Stop talking about that damn game.
I'm not
It's been more
done
than a
yet.
month. Episode 4 of the Elden Ring the community podcast was last week. This is episode 5. That's more than a month.
Yeah, you're
Well,
right.
I'm not done yet, and then we have to wait for us all to be done, so then we can
True,
talk about
true.
the endings and theories
Yeah, we
and
definitely gotta
lore.
talk about the
and-
endings.
And I've definitely been taking my time. I actually just beat the fire giant last night.
Oh, that's a big step.
Yeah. Also, so if you've been following the show last week, I always said I was level 17 vigor. I was salty about that, and so turns out I missed Queen Renala, the little thing to go up, and that's why I didn't know how to respec yet. So
Just straight up didn't do
Yeah.
the boss.
there's that little
Straight up.
side thing.
Skip that part.
Yeah, there's a little side
Small
thing in
inconvenient
that
part.
area, and I was like, and the bowling ball comes down, it's like, oh, I missed this part. So did that, finally respect, and I got my vigor points back. I dropped it down to 14. Okay, now I'm a true 14 vigor, tarnished.
Nice.
I went strength and faith.
I mean,
Right?
at this point, I feel like you should just beat the game without having any points in vigor. Like, whatever your
You
starting
can't go any
points
lower.
were, can't go lower than 14?
I might not be able to go lower than 14. Yeah, I felt like I might need
What'd
a
you
little
start
bit.
with? What class are you?
I think the warrior or something.
Think
okay.
warrior.
I don't remember specifically. It's I wanted to get more dexterity back, but it wouldn't let me. My dexterity, I think, was at 14. I was bummed out about that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the high dex class. That's probably the warrior.
Yeah, I screwed up my
Part
beginning class
that
for
you
this.
missed, where you have to jump off the bridge to
Mhm.
go to the other bridge where the ball comes down.
Yeah.
And then you walk into that room and there is another tarnish, right? Like an NPC invader.
Yeah.
That guy was tough until you figure out that you could just lure him out and have the ball drop on his fucking head.
I smoked that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. I just said, hey, I'm backing up. I'm so scared of you. I'm backing up. I'm way over here now. Come on out. Bang. It took like 6 or 7 shots with that ball to hit him in the head, but I got him.
Oh, nice.
He didn't know the safe spot by the second banister post.
That's so funny.
No.
That would be a good technique to kill that guy with a passive kill, pacifist kill. The
Yeah.
bowling ball killed him.
I mean, I was laughing pretty maniacally. I don't know how pacifist it felt.
Oh man, yeah,
So you killed the fire giant.
I did. Yeah,
How was that fight for you?
it was difficult.
And what do you have against redheads? Why would you do such a thing?
I know. Well, I'm a
I kept
redhead right
saying
now.
it was Eric's. I was like,
Oh, it's Eric's. Yeah.
Freaking
Small
Eric's.
He's about 80 foot tall.
Yeah.
About the same as Eric's.
Discount red.
Well, okay. The Land of the
Red hair.
Giants. The Land of the Giants have definitely made me have to adjust my playstyle a bit, and because the
Yeah.
frost, the frost damage is that's bad. It's
It's
just
probably your whole health bar, I would assume.
it's
You
like
get hit with the frost. You're just
it's like
done.
two ticks when how I was rolling. Okay.
good.
But then I was like, I need to look up how to take care of frost damage. It turns out it's robustness, and
Mhm.
you can go and equip all of General Radan's armor and have massive robustness. The only
It does
problem
have big robustness,
is you're fat rolling all the time now. So
which doesn't matter
Oh.
on a horse, but does matter not on a horse.
you can't summon your
Did
horse
you-
when you
wait,
summon
did you beat
Warrior
him?
Jar.
On horseback?
No, you cannot.
No, I didn't beat him on horseback. I was
You
so I
summoned
was
Alexander like a true man.
he's forged in the fires and can take the heat,
Oh,
He's a
good
gamer.
thinking.
Yeah, actually, he's got this one move where he stubs the toe of the giant, which I don't know if you've seen that. He does this thing. I had spent a lot of time with the giant because 14 vigor,
That's
but
hard.
yeah, and he's hard, but 14 vigor too. So he does this move where he raises up his arms and then slams the toe, and the giant goes oh and doubles over. What's tough though is knowing when it's going to happen, because if you're far away, he does the stub. And then you run up, and as he's getting up, he's ready to whack you with the shield. Now,
Yeah.
you can block the shield, but when he pancakes, you can't block that. That's an instant kill. And when he does
Can you roll through that? Can you roll through the
You
pancake?
can, but I'm fat rolling, so my timing has to be perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Yeah. Which I mean, I got the run and I got it to work, but it was it was challenging.
So my experience with Fire Giant was people going, "This fight is so hard. Oh my god, it's like one of the hardest fights in the whole world. Oh my god." So it's like, okay, I'm gonna bring out the big boy, or should I say the big girl, which is a summon called Tish, which is the daughter or something of the Black Knife Assassin leader.
Oh, okay.
So it's a Black Knife Assassin. So she's slinging the not blood. It's like the black flame stuff, like slinging that at him.
Oh yeah.
So we were fighting Fire Giant. We got Alexander, me, and Tish. We're going in, and I didn't get to hit him during the second phase. His health bar was just going, "Nyeh," and I was like, "What happened?"
I didn't know Alexander was a summon during that fight. He wasn't available to me. I must have not done something in his quest.
Yeah, you got to progress him all the way. Like you talk to him in the volcano, and then he becomes a summon inside. You have to go on the left gate.
He's not outside the door.
Yeah, he's on the left gate.
Inside.
Yeah, or the northern gate, and then he's got a little summon seal right there. Because like I was like, man, I need to summon someone here because this is hard.
Yeah. I just put on a bunch of armor that was resistant to fire, and then just stayed under his feet and just kind of like whacked away until like that animation where.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. See, Briar, I was waiting because I was like, I fought him twice before. I killed him on the third one, and he does like the big fire explosion thing, and I'm like, okay, I think because I got one shot by that, so I'm gonna wait until it's over. I'm waiting, and then he's just dead. I was like, what happened? What happened?
Dead.
Yeah. So next time, I'm not gonna summon her right away because she steals all my glory, and it's not fair.
Yeah. I summoned the archer lady. So she was doing like pluck damage, but she has to stay in one location. So she's like a turret. So there was a bunch of times where I summoned her. And then
is she the woman that you find
Latenna?
Who was
Latenna, yeah.
You find her dead by the wolf?
She wasn't dead. Her wolf.
That's a different lady? Different archer lady?
No, yeah, she was by a wolf, but she wasn't
by
dead.
a wolf, but not dead.
Definitely not
Kill
dead.
her?
Yeah, did you murder her?
No, the wolf was dead.
Yeah, the wolf is dead. She's
but not her.
Yeah, she's not dead. The wolf is dead.
Okay, yes.
Dead wolf.
Yeah, she joins you on your quest. Joins you on your quest to go do the thing, all the stuff.
And you got to find that guy in the jar, which is like, how would you ever find that guy?
I just rolled into him. I just rolled in the jar. I was rolling all over the jars, and then I was like, oh, person. Hello.
I had to Google that. Like, where is this dude?
Yeah. So I summoned her.
I hadn't even found that town.
She's been good because she can draw aggro, and if you manage aggro, it can be good. Like right now, I'm also taking care of the Rikered Serpent God guy. I was using her initially to do some stuff. I don't really think that boss is too challenging, but when you have 14 vigor, it gets a bit challenging.
Yeah, the skulls.
The skulls,
the
exactly.
Goddamn skulls.
The second
phase.
I
can't see what's happening. There's just fire everywhere, and he's smacking me. And what is going on?
Yeah, exactly. I almost got him last night, but like, man, the freaking skulls and having to run him from that.
The skulls, man.
Yeah, I also switched my summon back to the double sword knight guy, and he's been good because I have him fully leveled up. Yeah.
The game got patched. Was it today or yesterday where they actually made Radan? Is that his name, Radan?
Yeah, General Radan.
They made him harder again. Apparently, he got nerfed accidentally. So there was a point in time after they nerfed the Mimic where Radan was actually easier to beat, but now they've restored him to full hard mode.
That's great.
I wonder if I got him during that point because I did. It wasn't in patch notes, right? Because I guess it wasn't intended to make him easier.
No, yeah, it was a bug.
So I wonder if I fought because I was kind of disappointed in the fight. Maybe I did, but I was also kind of overwhelmed. Guys, I need to tell you.
Yes.
I have to tell you. Things we're talking about Alexander.
Yes.
I was watching Mylan stream.
Oh, he didn't kill Alexander, did he?
He found Alexander. Alexander, he's in the hole. He's like, get something large and stiff to hit me in the back end with it.
Oh, man. That gave Mylan all sorts of ideas.
Oh, no.
So Mylan killed him.
Oh,
yep.
How did he do that?
Not the warrior jar?
No, he got him out of the hole, and chat's like, don't kill him, Alexander. He's the best. Oh, my God. And he murdered Alexander.
Wow. Is he just murdering all the NPCs?
He's like the nicest NPC in the game.
He didn't kill Turtle Pope. He's killed Fox.
Well, that was a shame.
He's killed Vare. He's killed Alexander. And I'm like, okay, seriously, you've locked yourself out of one. Well, not locked completely, but you are very close to missing out on one of the best areas with one of the best boss fights in the game. You've definitely missed out on some kind of fight by killing Alexander, the summon one. You have to do Alexander's quest to do that. Yeah. I hope he burns. Oh, he killed Patches as well. Yeah, Patches is dead.
Well,
Kill Patches.
Patches. Yeah.
But yeah, he
I can
killed
understand
Alexander. I think all of his chat was united and just like, nah, we don't like you
Delete
anymore.
this save.
We don't
Start
like you anymore.
over.
Awful. Like the most jolly guy. What a pleasure he is to have along your journey.
Yeah, he's been so great.
Oh, and he's helpful too.
He is.
Super
He's
helpful.
really helpful.
He helped with General Radan.
He's got some touching
Helpful.
moments too, like in conversations you have with him.
Oh yeah, he was so bummed out about his jar cracking in General Radan's fight. He was like, "Oh, I'm not a warrior."
Well,
I must get strong.
Part of the disappointment is the fact that what his contents are leaking out now, and that is the
People.
bodies of fallen heroes.
People juice.
yeah,
That's people juice.
people juice. It's got to go to the juice bar and get filled up.
After
Yeah.
Radan, he's just like, hold on a second. I'm just going to eat some brave warriors. I'm going to get strong.
There should be
Like,
some dead ones around here.
Like,
He should go talk to the dung eater. Get a little fill up with that guy.
Oh man, that dog eater quest.
I chose not to finish that because
As a Boltzmann.
No, I've found myself having to Google things because like I just don't know.
Yeah.
And I was like,
some
oh,
of the
what's this?
classics.
And then it was like, oh, this is gonna change your ending. I was like, change my ending for the dung eater. What's gonna? And I read about
Well,
it.
you have the choice.
Oh, you do have a choice in there. Yeah.
Yeah, like
There is a
at the very, very end, like it gives you like a selection of
It's
like here's the
choose
endings
your own ending.
with some some
Oh.
exceptions. There are some ways that you can
Lock
you can
yourself out.
actually have changed the game before you even fight right after you fight the fire giant when you light the big fire there. Like
Yeah,
there's a
so
cutscene there.
That was the other thing too. As soon as I beat him, I was like, this feels like world changing stuff. So I was like,
Yeah.
I
Burn the
get it.
tree.
That's
I was
pretty
like-
much like
yeah, I was like, maybe I should look to see what I should finish. And so there was, I went and finished the quest finished the Volcanic Manor kills, and oh, I'm locked out of the Crone guy, Brother Crone. I can't find him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
No, he's not at the
Have
bridge.
you looked everywhere? He's
I
not
looked-
at the bridge.
Not at the bridge. I talked to Gold Mask, Gold whatever, and like he's not at the table anymore. I'm like, dude, this guy disappeared. It's annoying.
well, to get all the achievements in the game, you got to play the game through 3 times anyway. So
Or
Shucks.
just save the game. Upload to the cloud. Download
Oh,
to the
okay.
cloud.
Yeah.
Press the button.
Oh, is that how you can do it again?
Yeah. So you can just collect all the endings and then just save right before you pick one, basically.
Ah, interesting. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, so that quest for me is borked. Yeah. Oh, I went down and beat the Omen guy, fat rolling with 14 vigor also on the sewers.
the
Capital
Omen
sewers.
guy. What's the Omen guy?
Did you go all the way down the bottom of the sewers, the capital sewers?
Yeah, to get the Fury. Like what is it?
Mog,
The 3
my
fingers.
boy.
Yeah. Is it Mog? Is that
Well,
his name?
It's Mog. It's Baby Mog.
It's the guy he
Oh.
gives you
Baby Mog.
he's got that like blood slash thing.
Yeah, he does.
He reaches in the ceiling and pulls some blood.
Is that
fire.
where the 3 fingers are?
Oh yeah, at the very bottom.
Yes.
Okay,
at the very
yeah.
bottom.
Okay, yeah,
Through the door.
definitely was there.
It's like, yep, I went there and, a lady asked to be my maiden and, went well. So it went good.
God, this game is just so good.
It's massive.
insane.
And seeing as you were talking about Latenna, it reminded me that, so I was watching a video of like some small things details that you probably didn't notice. And if you
Mhm.
summon her when you're fighting a wolf, she will tame the wolf and ride it.
Whoa,
Nice.
That is
She
awesome.
because that's their whole thing is they're like wolf riding archers. She'll just get on the wolf and start riding around.
That sounds amazing.
Her secret area is fucking awesome. Like where you
Yes.
go based on her quest. Like it's so surprising how detailed it is. And
There's
like
so many details.
there's kind of like a puzzle kind of. I think it's one of the more puzzly aspects of the game where she brings you or where you go with her quest. And I had so much fun with that. At first I was like, what is this bullshit? And then like once I started figuring it out, I was pretty impressed with it. Like it's a good puzzle. And then it brings you to the haggis tree, which
the tree.
That whole thing.
Goddamn bubble
I,
asshole.
I find myself overwhelmed with like things I want to finish, but also want to complete. Like I want to complete the game, but I don't. You know, in fact, I've almost hit a point where I'm like, maybe I should just take a break. You know, so I can like cleanse and come back and like like I'm so deep in it, but then I'm like, like I don't want to rush through things. You know, I want to take my time, but like I don't know. It's a weird place to be. So like I'm looking up things that I should try to complete before I light the tree on fire, light the fire, or whatever. And it's overwhelming.
I can't believe how quickly I finished it. Like I've no life to this game. Like I've never no life to game. At least I can't remember no life. Like my wife was getting concerned. She's like, "You've been playing that game like basically all the hours you were awake."
You're like, "It's the greatest game in the past 10 years. What do you expect?"
Like, I don't think I've been this obsessed with a game in a very long time. Even the games I've loved, it took me like a long time to finish them. Like I could, like The Witcher 3, it took me a year to finish. Demon Souls, it took me a year to finish. You know,
I
don't know life these things like I happen.
I watch every video, except unless they're like, this gives spoilers of the ending. I'm like, God damn it, I can't watch the lore video yet.
I didn't even want to watch videos about like where armor was because I wanted to find it organically, right? You know, like I wanted everything to be organic. Unless like I was just like banging my head against a wall because I just couldn't figure something out, and then I'd look it up.
The only thing I looked up beforehand was locations in the consecrated snowfield because I ain't running around there trying to find stuff when I'm blind. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do that. So I just marked it on my map, and I was like, okay, that's good. Yeah. I mean, one of the fights took me a goddamn long time. Stupid death bird, frost.
Oh, the
death bird.
Wait, which bird is it? What's it called?
It's
you might not have gone there yet.
Something deathbird.
Oh,
there's one in Caelid as well. They only come out at night, and he has frost and also death, and he can one shot you with a grab.
Yeah. So there's one bird in the snow giant area that I have yet to kill because it's been extremely.
I know which one that is.
Yeah, but I think it's probably the same model if it's a bird. Yeah,
I think it's the same. The good news with that one is you can summon, and the one in the consecrated snowfields you can't. So it's just like
I haven't found the summon for that actually. I need to look for that. And unless I'm missing it, I might be missing the quest line to summon for that bird because that's a possibility.
Just the regular summon.
Oh yeah, I could do regular summon. Yeah, but even with the regular summon, it's still. Spicy.
Oh yeah. Luckily, this is when I realized that Thumbelina, who her name is not actually Thumbelina, it's Theralina, holy damage does crazy damage. I don't think
so. I like it. I like Thumbelina.
Thumbelina, she's a pocket maiden, and she's a finger maiden, so now she's a thumb maiden.
I like
it. She threw a pot
That's
at him.
logical. A pot?
She sometimes throws pots. Most of the time, she's just healing, roll, heal. But she threw a pot at him. It did crazy damage. And I was like, oh, holy damage does a lot of damage.
I feel like I was using my winged scythe, which is holy damage. And like, actually, I mean, damage has never really been the problem for me right now. Because I've spec'd everything into damage stats.
Yeah, damage is not your problem.
Yeah, it's making sure I have the right dodge and don't get hit by things that are instant kills. The grab though, that thing is annoying.
That thing kills me as well.
What has been your hardest boss fight so far?
For me, it's been Mog, Lord of Blood, in the actual blood area. I'd say that one took me a while to figure out just because of all the stuff on the floor. So, not only is you dodging his stuff, but it also interrupts everything you do. If you just stand on one little flame on the floor, you're just like, oh, well, can't do my combo now. Good.
Yeah.
So I think that one took me the longest so far.
Which boss? I actually don't know. Maybe the fire giant? I feel like I spent the most time on the fire giant.
Yeah.
I feel like I was under-leveled from where I should be. I was 98. Level 98. And I feel like I could have been maybe another 10 levels higher. You know.
Yeah. Oh, 14 vigor also.
I mean, as long as I'm dodging,
Unfortunately.
blocking, dodging, you know. Oh, I'm also using the thing that gives you a shield for your first hit. When you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
yeah. So that it gives me like a safety hit. So I've got a
Yeah.
safety seal on my paper thin health. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mine
you want to
was
know?
really
No,
early in the game.
mine
It was
was
the magma worm. Like
Oh,
for
the
some
magma
reason,
worm.
most people just walk through that area. Like before it is there's those harpies that sing really pretty and
Yeah.
then fucking rain bloody poison murder on you.
yeah.
Mhm.
They're annoying.
I had a hard time getting to that part. I was way under leveled though. I'd gone there way too early. But I was bound and determined to beat this part. And then I got to the magma worm and like you can summon like an extra person plus you can summon your own summon, which at that point I think I was still rocking the imps. Like I hadn't even found like the good summons yet.
Uh-huh.
And he was fucking me up for hours. My wife is like, "Are you even making progress?" I'm like, "Fuck you, I want a divorce."
You
I was
know,
getting a little bitter. I apologize to my wife later.
you just reminded me, Briar, because I was thinking like main bosses, the double goddamn Crucible Knights. I was on them for longer.
Those guys are hard. Fuck.
I was
One
on those
Crucible
guys
Knight
for longer.
can instantly kill you, you know?
It's just one of
Two of
those
them.
fights that's just so annoying because there's no possible feasible way that you can stand there and go toe to toe with one of them at all because the other one's right there and he's going to
Yeah.
be hitting you. So you have to like,
Right.
that's annoying. That took me a while.
I
That was
haven't
just
fought
I
the
feel
Double
like
Knight
a
yet.
summon is like your only hope there. It's like
yeah.
hopefully your summon distracts one of them so you can take the other one one on one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had no problem with the magma worm, but I also had
Yeah, I know. Most people don't.
Yeah, I had a poisoning
did.
jellyfish, and then I also ran from when he does the stand up mode. I used the pillar in between to like choose when I run up and hit him.
Yeah. The two gargoyle boss was hard for me too. The two double gargoyles. Like I was having trouble with one gargoyle, and then I really got disheartened when I found out like halfway through the first gargoyle's health, the second gargoyle shows up, and I was like, how am I ever going to do this?
What do you want from me, game? This is stupid.
So I came back at about 20 levels later, and it was a lot easier.
Oh man, yeah, there you go. That actually
Just put this one in my back pocket for now.
that makes me think like
Astal was hard. Astal. That guy's hard.
Astal.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
He's like a big
like insect cosmic thing.
Pincer mustache man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Pincer mustache.
He's mostly hard just because I can't like hit him.
Hit him.
'Cause he's so high up.
That's a really cool boss. Yeah. Fighting Rikered or the serpent first, I chose to ignore the spear for like the first hour. Yeah.
That's gonna make it harder.
It was extremely difficult. Yeah. I like killed the serpent, and then it was like there's a phase 2? What in God's name?
I don't even know much about that boss because I one shot it my first time through because
So
I picked up the
Mimic.
I picked up the super sword and I had the full power pre-nerf mimic who also picked it up, and we just walked in there like, yo,
this is what I've
going on
heard.
here?
Yeah, so I was doing this boss fight and I'm screaming, going, "Oh, the skulls! Oh, Jesus Christ!" And I go in, I finish stream, and Tomo's like, "I heard you screaming about skulls, but I never saw any skulls." And I was like, "What do you mean you never saw any skulls?" And he said, "Well, I used the mimic pre-nerf mimic who also has the spear, and he just dies."
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
We fucked that dude up.
He just dies.
And then I killed the lady who comes and cries over its dead body.
Okay.
She was bad too.
Wait, was that
just eating
Tanith?
him.
I haven't done it yet. So this is kind of spoiler for me, but
Sorry, spoiler. Wait, I thought you
That's
just
okay.
said you did it.
no, I'm
He's
still
doing it.
I'm still in the middle of
Oh,
killing
you're still
Rikered.
working on it.
Yeah, after
working
killing
on
the fire giant, I was like, I need to make sure I clear up things.
Make sure you do all the things.
So I was like, yeah, let's finish up the Volcano Manor stuff. I mean, that place is bad news. Volcano Manor, bad news.
That place is so cool though. It's so cool.
Oh, it's awesome, but it's got like Resident Evil
Yeah.
vibes through and through.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
really
does.
does.
It's creepy. I really.
Is that the
whole
first time you
manor, I
see
love
the
it.
fat Godskin noble?
It wasn't the first time I saw it. Yeah, I'm not sure if it would be the first time if you're kind of like following
sure.
the regular progression.
Yeah.
I'm wearing his
remember
armor
what-
right now with the snowman helmet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
High fashion right there.
Yeah, it's my fashion. That's some tidy whities.
It's a lot of protection.
Yeah, after I realized it's okay to fat roll, and I had to like just time. I realized that I'm a bit of a spammer when it comes to dodging. So I was like, all right, calm the spamminess, and be more methodical about my dodges. And suddenly I'm like, you know what? This fat rolling ain't bad at all. I'm
Gives you more iframes. You're rolling for longer.
Yeah, I'm like, I can block, dodge, get a hit. And I'm like, as long as I don't have to dodge a bunch of magic stuff, I'm pretty good, actually. And I get to look cool, too. General Don's armor is pretty good looking fashion. And I got
Yeah, the heavy
is
armor
pretty cool
stuff,
looking.
it doesn't fit with my pole blade spinny, kind of vibe.
Yeah, I'm
So I have to
rocking
find something that fits.
a great sword and a Erd Tree great shield. So
So
wanna
I'm
know what
sorry to
else?
do this. I know this could be unpopular, but I would like to talk about some other games.
yes, of course.
That's fine. No, I also want to talk about other games. Before we do, I also want to let you guys know what Mylan did yesterday.
Yes, please do.
He respect. And do
Okay.
you know where his
Got rid of that vigor.
points went?
Vigor?
He put every single one into endurance. So he has like 50 endurance.
Oh
He does no damage.
Why did he go?
Is he
50 endurance?
intentionally like trying to fuck up this playthrough?
He has to be
Is
at
he,
this point.
like
He absolutely has.
comedic
Does he have
kind of
another
way?
tier to be able to respec?
No. He has to go find another tier. Yeah.
Oh my
He's,
god.
Because endurance, you know what? In this game, this is the first game that I haven't really felt the need to put a ton into endurance. Your stamina like comes up
No.
pretty fast.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
you have talismans that can help with that if you need it. And there's no
yeah.
weapons or
have a
anything that
helmet that
scales
helped
off
with
of
it, too.
endurance.
Yeah, I've got 22 endurance, and the only reason I've been increasing it is because I want to have a higher equip load. But now that I'm
Yeah.
fat rolling, I'm like, you know
Right.
what? Let's just fat roll.
You don't need 50.
Yeah, you definitely don't need 50.
He's
I bet he
using
can wear any
claws
armor in
as
the
well,
game,
by
though.
the way. He's using claws.
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 I was watching a little bit.
Uh.
You tweeted it out that you were hanging out in there, so I
Yep.
went and I was just kind of lurking.
Mhm.
It was entertaining.
Yeah, it's definitely entertaining, bordering on I don't want to watch you ever again. No, you can't.
How did he kill Alexander? With
Just
no.
decided that.
He just decided to. Did Alexander fight back?
Yeah, does he?
Yeah,
like,
he fights back a little bit,
Yeah?
but you know how
Uh.
when you hit an NPC, they're like, "Don't hit me! What are you doing? What's wrong?" And then they have
Yeah.
like kind of a period where they don't do anything because they're like, "You shouldn't kill me. I'm important."
Yeah.
You're going to cut
I'm
yourself
fucking
out of a
Alexander.
quest line.
Yeah,
That's
the
really good.
guy who there's literally a plushie about this man, and he was
Murdered
on
him.
the stage of the game award thingy. He's kind of important.
To be fair, there's a lot of Alexander lookalikes that you do kill in the game.
That is true.
But they don't
But I
talk
don't
to
think
you.
you
Go,
would've
oh, my
seen him at that
give
point."
me a pat on the bottom.
Oh, well,
Alexander might be the first pot you see in the game.
yeah, I think it
It was
is.
my first
Yeah,
pot,
you
yeah.
run it, and then like you see what happened to me is I saw these other pots, and I was like, oh, friends, and they're like, nah,
Yeah.
bitch,
Like going with open arms
Some
and
of
get
them
your
are
ass handed
friends.
to you.
they are.
Like in
Yeah, there's that whole
in
village of 'em.
Jarbarn.
Hmm.
Anyway.
I've
I
killed
want
a
to
lot
talk
of
a little bit about the PlayStation Plus Essential, Plus Extra, and Plus Premium packages that they
them.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, they launched.
What was that,
this-
like last week, right?
Yeah,
Give me
announced
the
this last week.
hot
Yeah.
Takes.
So the PlayStation, they announced 3 tiers of this, right? The
Mhm.
basic tier is basically what we have now, and it's about the price the same, right? It's $9.99 a month or $60 a year, $59.99 a year. It's essentially what you have now. Then there's the middle tier, the PlayStation Plus Extra. This comes with a catalog of up to 400 PS4 or PS5 games, and it's priced at $14.99 a month or $99.99 a year, which is that's a
Any
lot.
mention
$100
of
a
day
year.
ones?
Yes, I'll get to that.
Okay.
They did
Basically-
mention it.
The answer is yes. They mentioned it, and no, you're not getting it.
Sick.
PlayStation Plus Premium includes all the benefits from Essential and Extra with an extra 340 games that include PS3 titles that can be streamed and some original PlayStation, PlayStation 2, and PSP games. No mention of the Vita. Time-limited game trials also available, priced at $17.99 a month or $120 a year. What do you guys think about this?
I think I'll stick with the basic one to play
Yeah.
online.
Yeah.
And I guess I could see if I had kids, right? If I had a kid and I was like, here's all like the PlayStation 3, 2, 4 games you want, go crazy. There's so many good ones that they can experience through that. But I just don't see myself making use of it.
Yeah, as a quote unquote power user, like this doesn't seem very appealing to me.
This
Yeah.
feels like it's the bare minimum they could do to improve their online offering based on the reaction to Xbox Game
Mhm.
Pass. This really does feel like it. The most galling thing to me is that the PS3 titles are going to be streamed and not emulated on the console
Mhm.
itself. Like that
Yeah.
to me means we didn't want to do anything with this. We're just going to continue to use the same service that we used to call PlayStation Now.
Yeah. So wasn't PlayStation Now
Yeah.
$10 a month, or is $10 a month?
Yeah, on top of your PlayStation.
Right. So they're basically
Plus.
saying for the same price, if you are already a customer for the PlayStation or for the online and the Now, it now gets rolled into one with the illusion of being better perks, but I'm not really sure if it's better perks. It sounds like stuff that should have been in Now anyways, if it wasn't already. Okay, because so there's no day ones, right? Like you said, the no day one PlayStation first party titles coming, right?
No, but they did kind of suggest that you can expect things that, like maybe a year old, will start filtering in.
A year old. Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
I don't know.
Like, I feel like it's pretty expensive.
The
for
last
that.
thing I want to do is play a PlayStation 3 game that ran at 20 FPS and stream it with, the latency that introduces. It's like,
Yeah.
ouch.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously dependent on where your location is and your internet for how good that service is going to feel. But yeah, it was disappointed for me personally. Like seeing what they were offering, it just felt like a repurposing of what they already have. I mean, I think it's good that they're bundling it into one thing instead of having to manage two things. Because I think it's silly that you pay for online and PlayStation Now at two separate services. Like that's weird that those are split up.
Yeah.
So I think it's good that they're combining them.
That's weird branding.
But yeah, not super compelling personally. Like I would get it if there was day one titles being offered. Be like, you always have access to the day one stuff from PlayStation Studios. Cool. Then it seems like a value worth spending your money on, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you said, Watts, I'm gonna stick with the base.
Yeah.
The access to online. That's all I need.
Yeah,
right
just
now.
so I can play on that.
Just let me
I'm
go
gonna do the
on
same.
That's it.
I've had the bill me once a year option. I know it renews in August.
Mhm.
Every August I get a $60 bill from PlayStation. I'm like, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna use it anyway.
Yeah. I go through the same emotion. I'm like, do I really? Yeah, I need this. Nah, okay, I'm keeping this. Damn it. All right, Sony, you can get my money again.
I was smart enough to change it to a credit card. It was billing directly off my debit card forever, and I'm like, I should really change this to a debit or to a credit card because who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
I checked out DNF Duel. Have you guys seen this game at all?
I have. I've been watching.
There was a
some
beta
streams
this
of it.
weekend,
Yeah.
and it is wild looking. Like this is a really crazy ass fighting game.
Yeah, it's cool.
From Arc System Works, the same guys who made I'm drawing a blank. The Dragon Ball Z Fighter and Guilty Gear.
Mm-hmm.
All of those. But this one, I mean, it's shares like a similar art style to Guilty Gear, I think. But I think it just steps everything up a notch. Like so many like normal ass buttons that you hit, like take up a whole screen with their attack. It's craziness.
Nice.
But I had fun with it. But I will tell you, I didn't stick with it for many matches. I ended up playing Street Fighter 5 almost all weekend.
Your real love,
which just
one
got
true love.
Yeah, it just got an update. Like it got the definitive update patch that they rejiggered all the characters, added combos.
Did they put
preparation for Street Fighter 6?
Did they put in a sandals cosmetic for Ryu and Ken?
No, but they put in a new stage that is like it kind of just shows like a bunch of like random Capcom stuff. Like the two dudes from Forbidden Worlds are flying around in the background. There's like the art from Street Fighter 2 with Ryu is like a statue in the background. There's Mega Man stuff everywhere. There's like all sorts of stuff everywhere. It's really like referential of like old Capcom franchises. It's just a really neat stage.
Nice.
Yeah, it's super cool looking. I've enjoyed watching it.
DNF Duel?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I don't know when it comes out. I should look it up, but I'll definitely be picking this up. It looks like fun.
I think it's next summer. I don't know if we have an exact date. But...
the beta did not include any kind of offline mode. Like the only way to play it was to play it online against other people, and that was challenging. My first match, I couldn't find a match at all, so I started my own lobby. It like works on this old lobby system where you have to like you set how many players are allowed in your lobby, and like you just open it up, and this guy comes in, and I sit down at an arcade table, and this other guy walks up to it, and he fucking kicked my ass. I think he got 2 perfects in a row off of me.
Oh,
like he just came in and showed me. It's like he showed me his dick, and then he walked out of the room. I felt violated.
Oh man.
Maybe that had something to do with why I went back to Street Fighter.
I'm going back to a game I know. Asshole.
Yeah. do my show right against. Watts, I had a question for you.
Yes.
I saw you tweeting about Attack on Titan, how they're starting season or the 3rd version of the final season.
That is correct. Yep.
I watched the first 2 seasons of this show. It feels like 10 years ago. Is that accurate? Like it feels like
I don't know when it first came out. It's been a long time. I mean, it's something or like let's say Attack on Titan.
I probably have to rewatch because like I don't really remember. Should I do that? Is it worth 2013? So we're almost at 10 years.
It's getting close, yeah.
Should I do that? Should I rewatch that? Is it worth it? Or has the show gone off the rails and it's just I should go back to old Oak Island episodes like
it's been kind of I would say that generally it's a good show. There's been like seasons where it's less interesting for people, but those are the seasons that tend to be like building up the next season where a lot of action happens. So I think it's worth going and watching it all the way through. You can even wait until it's finished next year, unless there's a final season final with the final season.
Final.
Without PSD. Yeah, but I would say it's definitely worth rewatching from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a fun ride. Or you could just stop before all the bad things happen and then just go, yeah, that was good. That was fun. Nice.
Well, I watched up to the part where the main character got eaten. But then he came back.
Which one?
I was like, I'd kind of like an explanation here, but he never gave me one.
There's a lot of eating. You eat Titans, and then you get their powers, and
yeah, Briar, you should be familiar with this area discussion.
All right.
No reason, just is, man.
Yeah, so we had the final episode was yesterday. The final episode of the final season, part 2, was yesterday.
Part 2 or part 3?
Part 2.
Part 2. But we're waiting for part 3 still.
We're waiting for the final season, the final part 3 next season.
That is some bullshit.
I was like, you can't keep saying it's the final version. I'm now just pissed off at your naming of these things. Stop it. Call it season 7
When did they
or
reveal that there was going to be more? Was it like at the end of the episode? What the fuck? So you thought that this was going to be the conclusion of the entire thing?
I think even if you hadn't read the manga, you kind of guessed that they couldn't fit everything into like a 20-minute episode.
Let's just assume that I haven't read the manga.
Yeah, you would guess. There's no way that they can fit a conclusion into 20 minutes. There's just no possible way.
I saw Game of Thrones season 8. So I really have no idea how
true.
much they're going to try to fit in the
That's
last
true.
season of a TV show.
Yeah. So we're like, but most people expected a movie or something. I don't think a lot of people are expecting a whole other season. But here we are. Final season.
All right.
Final.
I had a question.
Part 3.
Thank you for answering it. I think I'll go back and watch it.
I think it's worth it. Yeah,
Should
it's a
I?
fun
I
one.
should probably. Is there any like recap? I bet I can find a good recap online.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of really good recaps on YouTube.
Like catch me up,
help
bro.
you
I bet it only takes a
explain
half an
what's
hour
going
or
on.
two.
I was watching like recaps of each episode, so I was like, "What is going on?" Okay, got it. YouTube helped me understand what was happening. It's good time.
My wife used to do that for Game of Thrones, and I found it so annoying. I'm like, you just watched this episode. Like, why are you watching like a recap? But she loved it.
I'm like, because I don't know what's going on. This guy showed up 4 years ago. I don't know who this guy is.
That's true. There
Who's
was a
this
lot
guy?
of weird
Who's this
intricacies. There's like quest lines you could have missed in
Yeah,
Game of Thrones.
There were a lot of quest lines where you're like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
You're like, oh wait, what's that?
Watts, I got a question. Play
Yes.
anything
Oh.
new and interesting on the Steam Deck?
Yes, I have.
Oh, what's that?
I've been playing Weird West.
It's on Game
I just
Pass too,
ordered
right?
that. I just ordered the copy of that from Special Reserve.
It's on Game Pass as well. You can
Yeah.
check it out on Game Pass. It came out on March 31st. And it's by Wolf Eye Studios, which I believe I didn't look too far into it, so I might just be making this up. But wasn't this studio an indie studio created from the old studio who made Dishonored? Arcane?
That's what I understand. Yeah, people.
Yeah. Co-creators of Dishonored and Prey.
Yeah.
So they split off and made an indie studio, and this is their first game coming out of that studio.
Nice.
Cool.
What is it?
So it's a western, but it's weird. It's the Wild West, but it's weird. It's the Wild Wild Weird West. That's what it is.
Devolver publishes it, so
They should call it that.
Well, so I was like, I kept singing the Wild Wild West. I'm like, why am I singing the Wild Wild West? Because of the Weird West. So it's an isometric game, but you can turn the camera. You're not locked into like a specific camera, but you can turn it all the way around. It's got immersive sim elements to it. It's got RPG elements, and it's also got twin stick shooter elements to it.
awesome.
So it's got a couple things going on, and I've been playing it on the Steam Deck. It's listed as playable. I don't know what's missing. Oh, wait. This game sometimes shows mouse, keyboard, or non-Steam Deck controller icons, and this game requires manual configuration of graphics to perform well. I found that it performed fine on the default ones. It's like 30 FPS, and with this kind of game, it's like super stylized, and it being isometric, it being 30 is totally fine.
Yeah.
And I've really enjoyed it. I'm about 7 hours in, and it's just really cool. It's hitting all of the RPG stuff that I love in games. It's like you go to a place and you can look at everything, you can dig up graves and you can grave rob, but if people see you doing that, they think poorly of you and maybe they don't want to join you on your journeys. Or
As
they
one
won't come
does,
and
kind of like
help
if you eat your friends, that kind of thing.
They might be okay with that. It's the Weird West. Grave robbing, stealing, eating
Weird
people, necessity.
Yeah. Sustenance, staying alive.
Staying alive. Yeah, so it's got a lot of that. You can go to a bounty board and you can pick up bounties and go kill them to get money. You can also take them alive and you literally like handcuff them and take them to the sheriff to get your money. And then there's the main storyline, and you just travel all over the place. And there's main cities, there's like prairies, there's farms. As you're traveling, you can get ambushed by thieves and outlaws. And it's just been a lot. It's been a lot of fun. You can upgrade your weapons.
More than one character, right?
You do, yeah. So the way that the game tells the story is you kind of play it through the origin stories of various different characters. So currently I'm still on just the first character, where she kind of put away her bounty hunting life and she's picked it back up because someone has kidnapped her husband.
Like John Wick.
John Wick, yeah. She is the John Wick of the Weird West. But I've been really enjoying
actually
it.
eats grass.
Really, really, really enjoying it. It
seems
is available
like
on Game Pass if you want to check it out. I think it's worth checking out.
I ordered this game, like the physical copy. Unfortunately, it was like only available from like one of those like weird like specialty places. But it only for the PS4, not Xbox, PS5. Switch, whatever.
Strange.
But, are you playing the Game Pass version on the Switch? Have you set that up, or
No,
you
because
bought the game on?
yeah, if you put on window or like if you I don't want to mess around with stuff until things work on all the things.
Yeah.
Because it's like you do this and now you can't use this, and you do this, you can't use this. So I'm just playing whatever. So I just bought it. I don't remember how much it was. It's an indie game. So
It says $40.
$39.99 or something.
Yeah, $40.
Yeah.
And I'm just really enjoying it. It does kill the Steam Deck battery. It
Really?
absolutely
Yeah.
murders it. I think I get like an hour and a half to 2 hours.
I think one of those
Wow.
battery banks is going to be like super handy with that thing. You know, like one
Yeah.
of those ones that you use to charge your cell phone like 8 times.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plug
It's
it
been
in.
good though, because I'm like, okay, it's been 2 hours. The battery's dying. I'll put the game down. I'll charge it.
Take
I'll
a
go be
break.
productive. Yeah.
Go
And then
play
I'm like,
some
okay,
Elden
I'm back.
Ring.
Yeah.
Even with my Switch though, I have a charger like next to the couch, so I can just plug it in while I'm playing. Like if it starts dying.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'll just put a charger.
Yeah,
And
no,
you
it's
don't need
totally
like a
fine to just
special
have a charger.
Nintendo charger that they charge 4 times as much as like a regular USB charger.
And just plug it into the wall if you want.
Yeah.
I've been really
Yeah.
enjoying this though. I've been always wanting to come back to it and go and explore different areas, and there's a bunch of things that you can find, and yeah, it's
Yeah, I really want to
been
play the
cool.
game. In fact, I was considering loading it up this weekend. That's why I'm thinking maybe I need to buffer my Elden Ring playtime since I've been just only playing that and
take a
play
bit
some
of a
other
break
games.
and play something different.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Yeah, that looks really cool. And especially on Game Pass, I would totally just jump in. It seems like the type
I was
of game
watching a
that would be right
review
up my
on it, and the reviewer didn't like it. But I was
Was it
thinking to
skill
myself,
up?
like all the stuff that you're saying you don't like, I kind of dig.
Yeah, I watched like Skill Up's review, and then I watched someone else's review, and they're like polar opposites of like, I
Yeah.
love this, I hate this.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely, like I said, I'm leaning towards, I like it. It was doing all the things I like. I was like, I can buy a horse. Now I can travel faster. I can break down weapons. I can craft new weapons. I can find new, like vests to protect myself. I can even find, like, traveling between one place, I can come across someone that needs help. I can help them, and now they show up and help me if I'm in a fight that I need help in. It's
Cool.
All
it's
these
cool.
things sound awesome.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
hits
I'm
all
in.
the good stuff.
Yeah.
I
Really
gotta
like
decide if we're gonna wait for my physical copy to show up, or if I'm just gonna play it on Game Pass.
Or wait for your Steam
And just
Deck.
dabble in Game Pass.
Dabble, yeah. Dabble
I don't know,
in
man.
the
Me and Tefty were talking about before the show how we're like bird dogging our email to like hopefully the Steam Decks are gonna
Every
show up
Monday.
soon.
I'm like, every email that's
Is
in
that
there.
when they're sending out the emails on Mondays?
It's been, but apparently they're upping their shipments and they're saying they might send out emails twice a week now. Possibly.
Twice a week.
Yeah, so we'll see. Mine still says Q2 from April to June. And
Okay.
yeah, I'm like, come
Well, it's April.
on, Steam Deck. Yeah, it is April.
Yeah.
I could be in the earlier side. We'll see. Yeah, I'm
I
super
thought mine
excited
said
about
from
that.
April to May.
Mine says April to June for Q2.
Briar's
it.
like, I might be.
I am literally like booting up
Oh.
Steam right now.
Oh, I might be a bit
Got it.
early.
You got an earlier one. Oh man,
I am
One of them.
dying for it. Like I
I'm
can't
gonna be
wait.
the last person
This
to
is-
get a Steam Deck.
This is probably the most anticipated hardware I've had since the PlayStation 5.
Yeah,
It's been
April,
really
June, you're
awesome
saying.
because like Weird West is a prime example of a game that I thought looked really cool that I think I would enjoy, and without Steam Deck I don't know if I would have played it, because when I'm done sitting at my chair in front of my computer, I don't want to then sit at my desk in front of my computer when I'm relaxing.
you want to be on
So-
the couch, right?
I want to be on a couch. I want to hang out on the couch.
Yeah.
Maybe I have a stream up on the TV as well. I want to hang out, just relax.
Put on some
You
comfy
know?
pants, relax a little.
I'm definitely not jealous
yeah.
of you. What? Not at all. Not even remotely. I'm
Just
so
sit
happy
there.
that you have a
I
Steam
I
Deck.
got it
Super
right here.
jealous.
I got it charging right now, ready for more
Oh
Weird
Now
my
you
West.
God.
showed it on the screen, charging.
It's charging.
Yeah, I'm very
I
excited
can't
about that. I actually did try to play another game over the weekend, and
Mhm.
it was harder to get going than any boss that I played in Elden Ring.
Mhm.
So I wanted to play Tiny Tina Wonderland with memes. So she's got a copy on the PS5, and I've got a copy on the Xbox. And this, I'm pretty sure this is just an influencer problem, streamer problem. Because of the number of friends that I have on the Xbox and the friends on my Shift account, she could not add me and I could not add her to play. And we weren't pre-added, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, a way around this, I could have just not used my Shift account. I could have just made a brand new Shift account, and I probably still would have had this problem because I have a bunch of friends on Xbox. So I spent 2 hours deleting friends on Xbox to try to get the Shift interface to work. like it is.
I've heard about this.
Unbelievably painful if you have too many friends, because it's constantly refreshing, checking their Shift account and checking their characters. So I've got like 37 pages of friends on there, and it's like constantly refreshing.
Just delete your friends.
I'm trying. So then I went.
Oh.
In fact, okay. So what happened was I spent the first hour deleting Xbox friends. So that number of pages got reduced to 27. And I was like, okay, now it's a little bit more responsive. So now I could start deleting Shift friends to try to make some space, because we don't know. All it says is there's an unknown error that happened. Can't add your friend. And I'm like,
yeah,
unknown. I feel like slapping something. Come on. that went on for a couple hours. Yeah, and I never got it to work. And I left.
That sucks.
It's unfortunate because this is definitely not it's not Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. It's Shift. Shift is the problem.
I've heard that Shift has a lot of problems.
Yeah, there's no interface on the web that I could find anyways to delete friends. And word on the street is that if you have too many friends, then you can't add them. And
word on the street.
Yeah, word on the Reddit.
Word on the street. Talking about
word in the street. You see, yeah. Apparently, if you have too many, then it won't let you add any new ones, because at some point they might have reduced the number of friends that you could have, but you still have them, so you're over the limit. So then you have to go figure out how to delete them. And if you have too many of them, the interface is so slow it won't let you delete them. So like I said, I went on to the website version of Shift, and I couldn't find a way to delete friends. Maybe there's another service or another area to access it, but I looked all over and I was like, okay, so I can't delete friends on the Shift website, and then I go into Tiny Tina's Wonderland and it's impossible. Then I was like, maybe I should log in on the PS5. Maybe it's an Xbox issue. Log in the PS5. I've got more friends in there. 60 pages. It won't even load. None of the friends will load on the PS5 version. I was like,
that's crazy.
This.
Can you not play together through regular friends list? It has to be through Shift.
Well, if you want to do crossplay, a PS5 to an Xbox Series X, you got to use Shift.
Right.
Well, it sounds like you just need to buy another PS5.
Yes, that's what needs to happen. Thank you, Brian.
For family. Keep your family together.
I had 2 PS5s, and my brother was like, your nephew wants a PS5. Do you think you could sell me your digital one? And I was like, all right.
I need it back because Shift.
Yeah. Be like, I'm going to need that Christmas gift back. Yeah. So you couldn't even play.
Well,
I don't want to start the game because we want to play it as co-op. It's a great co-op game, and it'd be awesome to play together. And Memes and I have historically played Borderlands in the past, so we want to play together. And I was like, Shift has crossplay. This will be easy. Wrong.
Not easy.
Like I said, most people are probably not going to go through some sort of crap like that. But if you do have a lot of friends, especially on Shift, you could have some issues because the interface is so
You know who might have a lot of friends? People who play a multiplayer game like Borderlands.
Yeah. Yeah, it's.
I just saw True Vanguard complaining about this on Twitter as well. He was really getting pissed off.
Dude,
he couldn't play with people.
I spent 2 hours dealing with this to the point where I was like, I'm pissed off. I'm ready for a refund on this game, but I'm like, I still want to play it because I love Borderlands, but I'm so angry. Back to Elden Ring where I can get mad at a boss.
Well, this is the thing is that people may not have the issue of having too many friends, but I've heard so many things about Shift causing problems for people that I think it's just been a problem in general.
It feels like there's some sort of refresh mechanic where it's constantly pulling all the information of people that may be on your friends list. Because it looked like it would look at all my Xbox friends, and then there would be like this thing, this little shift thing, and all of a sudden the images would show up, and then it would show shift accounts on them, and I'm like, it's just trying to pull all of my friends' shift info, and then repolling to see if they jumped online to start playing Wonderlands. So it's doing that in the background constantly. I'm like, no wonder this is garbage.
Yep. Well, as Juan Solo said, that shift just on release just didn't work. So if you played it on release, crossplay just wasn't working anyway, so you wouldn't have been able to do it then anyway.
Perfect.
Nice.
Well, crap. I'm hoping there's like a patch so I can officially be. I feel like we gave the game a bad rap last week. You know, none of us played it except for Eric's, and Eric's kind of barreled through it. You know, so I love Borderlands. So I really want to give it a fair try, and I think I'm going to really enjoy it. But I really do want to play it with memes, and I don't have the option of buying another PS5 at the moment. It's like it's not possible unless I spend an absorbent amount of money for a console that I already own. So yeah,
they're still like going on eBay for like $800 or $900, right?
Yeah, man. Average price is like $1,000 or something. I'm like, dude,
Jesus,
come on, Sony. They're like, how about
I don't think it's their fault. It's just like a worldwide chip shortage. It's everything.
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna blame it on someone. So I'm gonna blame it on Sony.
Blame it on the scalpers, man.
Well,
blame it on shift.
Yeah,
blame it on the rain.
Shift. Blame it on the rain. Yep.
Yeah.
Is that SideQuest?
I think so.
Maybe.
Watts, what do you think? Next week, do you think you're gonna have Elden Ring beat?
Ooh, I don't know. Depends how long a certain boss takes me, I guess.
I've heard the last boss is spicy.
I've heard many bosses from this point on are kind of spicy.
Kind of almost go on a boss rush at some point. That
Yeah,
quite a few difficult ones.
I think I need to figure out a farm for where I'm at for some runes. So I feel like I need to be around 110, 120 going forward. And
when you get to the Haggis tree, there's a really good rune farm because, well, there's also that one that's all over YouTube where you can just throw magic at like 50 dudes and they all just die and give you like 1,000 each.
I got rid of.
Or you could go to the Lord of Blood place and shoot a bird and have him suicide off cliff. 10K.
Yeah. I think that's the same place I'm talking about.
Well, that one there's literally a rest point right there. You get off the rest point, you shoot the bird, you go back to the rest point.
Like down a cliff.
Down it, yeah. And the bird just falls off, die.
Okay.
Easy. Big money.
All right.
Big money, win-win. No whammies.
Big money.
No whammies.
No whammies. Yeah, that's what I need to do. I have so many things I actually need to do IRL, but I just want to play Elden Ring. And
it occurred to me that I might have to mow the grass. I was like, oh, okay. That's going to really interrupt my Elden Ring time.
That's great. All right. That's episode 135, SideQuest Elden Ring Community Podcast. Thanks for watching.
About stuff. We had opinions.
Did. We talked out of things. Lots of opinions.
Still going to call it the Elden Ring Community Podcast.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Thank you very much for hanging out. Appreciate all you guys. Shout out to our Patreon members and our Twitch subs for supporting the shows. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And happy April.
Happy April, yeah.
Hope April is a great month for everyone. All right.
Hopefully.
That's the show. Bye, everyone.
That's it. Bye.